Hello there, Vic Benedict here. We're playing God of War 1 on God difficulty, and this is my guide and walkthrough. We're currently on part 29, the Chamber of Hades. So, for some reason, this video is having a lot of issues, and I had to redo it. So, fortunately, I have a little bit more perspective on this, having already gone through it before, and I had a nearby save, thankfully. So, God, this game is just absolutely gorgeous. It really is. So what does this... Oh, this is a video where you get introduced to the highest upgrade of Minotaur, and that is the light blue one. I think it's light blue. But anyway, so I've mentioned before that the highest Minotaur can't be launched. And that's true, but I have a workaround for you so that you can deal with this enemy with ease. Now, on this part up here, if you want to get yourself a checkpoint really quickly, it's the third door to the left. Just open the door when it's clear, and then go into the main entrance of it, and then just leave, and you'll have a checkpoint saved for yourself. And then you can go all the way up and do the battle. And then come back and get another checkpoint because it will auto save. It's really good. It's really good that way with saving. It doesn't always happen, but on this particular instance, it works like that. So now, if you're curious what is in the other rooms, I'm almost positive that the best thing you'll find in any of the rooms is just some health. I don't even think you can find a magic chest. I mean, you don't get anything for exploring and taking a little risk over there, so that kind of confuses me. But anyway, when you get in here, you'll have the second tier of Legionnaire to deal with, and it's an optional room. So there should be, a couple waves of these guys, and then I'm trying to think what else is on this video. You know what? This is actually a really good video, and it contains a challenging fight with some Cerberuses, and the Cerberuses are often hard to deal with because launching them can be difficult. They block a lot, so. Anyway, do you know why I'm low on magic? Because I had to resort to a previous save file. That's why I don't have any magic right now. But anyway, just come all the way back. If you happen to die in that room we were just at, you'll get a checkpoint, like I said, right where you open the door. And then on this walkthrough, I think I'm just going to call these guys Minotaur Elites. What I think they're called, technically they're called Minotaur Tormentors, but they shouldn't be giving you a problem. Now, they cannot be launched with any means. So the best way to deal with this, and by launch I mean hold down triangle or L1 plus X or any of the other ways you can launch. The best way to get around that, honestly, is first, we'll use these guys for collision if you can, but speaking to this enemy directly, you just want to press light, heavy, and then that will bounce it. For the most part, sometimes it will miss, sometimes he'll block, sometimes you just don't get fortunate, but it's just light, heavy into bounce, and then double jump up into the air, or just jump, whatever your preference is, and then repeatedly press circle, and that will take care of an otherwise pretty tanky enemy. So that's the way around that enemy. First time it's actually in the game, and we'll deal with more of those in the coming up fights. So this part over here, you want to take a right, and you'll have to clear these enemies if you want to get past the rope section, because these guys will give you a hard time and knock you down. So now it looks like we're all fine with our health and magic. It doesn't look like I've gone to the Muse room yet, so that can't be. It does look like my Poseidon's Rage is at level 3, so we've got all that taken care of. Now this is potentially the easiest rope section, because by this time you'll have the most time available to to upgrade your weapon. So if you come here with a level 5 weapon, it's just going to take two hits with the triangle button. But you have to remember about these types of sections, and you almost saw me get hit right there. These guys attack faster than you do. You cannot beat them. If both of you attack at the same time, they'll win every time. You cannot beat them. So you have to preempt. You have to preempt them, and you have to just get away from them so that they whiff, and then you can, just repeatedly press triangle. It's like I say, it's potentially the easiest rope section, and I think it might also be the last. And if it's not, I apologize. But this next fight is one that I did labor to do no damage, and I never wanted to be thought, everyone, that I'm some kind of a special person because I could do it no damage. I just try to do things and have a little bit extra of a challenge for myself so that I could have a little bit more fun, because that's just how I like to do things. So on this wave over here, look at the frame rate. It's absolutely great on this. You've got more of these Legionnaires, so if you want to just drop a bunch of magic here to clear up this first wave, I wouldn't fault you. I personally vowed not to use magic over here, just out of pride. But once you take out the last one of these Legionnaires, and this was actually kind of getting me upset because it's hard to do it without taking damage, but it's highly possible. I've done this twice now, no damage. The first Centaur is going to spawn in this area, so you want to go anywhere around him and launch. Try to do L1 plus X. It's probably the best way to launch enemies, or evade into X. That's probably another great way. The worst way, I would say, is the way that the game promotes of holding down triangle. But 5 throws puts him to the first circle. 3 throws after that puts him to the point of death. The second one will spawn eventually. However, within 30 to 35 seconds of killing the first Centaur, what's going to happen is you're going to have a good opportunity for yourself to start throwing these archers, because you'll have 2 archers spawning on either side of this area. They don't infinitely spawn, so it's good in that regard. And you can use them to deal collision damage, hopefully to pretty much anybody who is in your radar. So hopefully, ideally, you would want to hit the Centaur because he's more of a problem. You can just space yourself out from the elites and be safe from them. However, they have a little charge, this one does, so that you need to make sure, see how they charge like a bull. And from the looks of things, I canceled out his charge because I put him off the camera. But right there, I'm not sure what I was doing. I think I was temporarily just surprised that I made it this far without taking damage. So I was I foolhardily tried to launch him, knowing of course that you can't launch him. So that was just a personal mistake on my part. But yeah, just light heavy into bounce, and you see how they can block against it. So it's one of those things where I want to give you guys the best advice possible, but I was telling you, even if you press light and heavy, there's no guarantee that they're not going to retaliate against you. So while you're preemptively jumping to grab them, they might be trying to be attacking you. So you've got to always prepare in the back of your mind for them to swing so that you can stop, cancel, and block. And it's just one of those things that's a judgment call every time. And that's why I've always liked God of War, because it rewards skill and practicing and all the good things. You know, we just got a shitty God of War. I don't know why. It's just dog shit, man. It's fucking trash. Take care.